Hello, welcome to my channel, and I'm going to react to New World Order by Tom MacDonald and Adam Calhoun. And I don't think I've actually heard anything that Callum I've just called him Callum, his name's Adam. My brain does some mad stuff. So I'm going to react to New World Order, which I've heard of like New World Order before, but if I'm perfectly honest, like it just kind of gives me heart palpitations. So yeah. But obviously I've reacted to Tom in the past. I will say he's definitely a very different type of rapper. He doesn't shy away from any topics. He says everything with his chest. Like, if that's one thing you can say about him, yeah, he says it with chest. So if you cannot tell by my accent, I don't know why did I change my accent, but I'm from the UK, so I obviously don't know like the politics or anything like that that's currently going on in America, or just how it's like to live there, if I'm honest. So also, yeah, there might be some things that I might not necessarily agree with that Tom or Adam says, but I'm going to go into this with an open mind because I feel like it's really important to listen to everybody's opinion. And I think like in the modern world, yeah, in 2022, I feel like, yeah, everyone's got freedom of speech, but then I know sometimes people just like comment or to hate, and I feel like we can all have a discussion. We don't have to agree with everyone's points, but we can respect and appreciate what everyone has to say. And like, you know, if you've got something constructive to say, like, go ahead. But some people just want to say stuff just to create arguments, do you know what I mean? There's a difference. So yeah, I'm just gonna go into it with an open mind. If I don't agree with certain parts, that's cool, and you never know, I might actually agree on some parts. But like I said, in the UK it's probably like very different. I am all ears, guys. So let's just go with reaction.
Here's the problem with America, the country is broken, cause they minds stay closed but they mouths stay open. Get attacked and we blame terrorists, go broken, we blame the price, blame racists for the racism, but only if his skin is white. If we don't need...
Oh, okay. So he said that the mind stay closed, but your mouth stays open, which, yeah, I agree with that, because I just think, yeah, people, a lot of the time, yeah, you can tell that like when people are having like just discussions, yeah, people aren't actually like trying to listen or be open to what you're saying. They're just waiting for you to finish talking so they can just say what they're gonna, like, regardless, they're gonna say what they're gonna say, do you know what I mean? And yeah, I think it's important to have an open mind, because at the end of the day we can all learn from each other. So yeah. Also, he said something about racism, but it's only if you're white, which, look, we all know anyone can be racist. You don't have to be white to be racist, because there's racist between all different colours, do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, obviously racism is wrong regardless of the colour that's saying it. We should just be nice to each other. Like, I don't understand the concept. Why can't people just be nice? Right, anyway, let's carry on. Did I go back? I think I did.
Blame terrorists, go broken, we blame the price, blame racists for the racism, but only if his skin is white. If we don't need guns, cause we can call the police. We don't need fire extinguishers, call a fireman, please. You didn't...
If we don't need guns. If we don't need guns because we got the police, then we don't need a fire extinguisher because we can call the fire people. I forgot what they're called. Obviously, from my understanding, that in America you have the Third Amendment, which is the right to carry firearms. Obviously in the UK that's not a thing here, and to be honest, I think it's just as well in the UK, because like I can only imagine what people would be like if everyone could have guns. My initial reaction would be like, what, that don't make sense, because obviously the fire extinguisher is saving your life. But then, like, if I like take away like my Englishness and if I actually had to put myself in a situation, because I'm very lucky and privileged that obviously all areas have crime, but like I've been quite well sheltered my whole life, do you know what I mean? I used to live in an area that there was a lot of like crime going on, so my parents like moved us out of it because they didn't want us to grow up in that area, because they wanted us to have a nice childhood. Yeah, in all places you're going to get crime, but obviously there's going to be areas, I guess, where it's worse. I understand the logic that he's coming with in a bizarre way, because like guns scare me. Like, they just scare me. I know a lot of people don't find guns scary, but like to me, like I'm just like, ah. But I think that's just because like, no, with guns, it's just how scary, how quick it can take someone's life. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas I know obviously in the UK you could have stabbings and stuff, which is really scary in itself, but like you'd have to be over distance to do that. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if someone is well trained in a gun, you can be at a far distance and just take someone out, and they don't even, do you know what I mean? They could even be unaware that you're about to do it. But yeah, if I think about it from his logic, yeah, you've got the fire station, but to help you there and then until they get there, you're going to need the fire extinguisher to keep the fire at bay. So I suppose if you actually were going to have an intruder that was going to murder you, then yeah, then I suppose, yeah, you would like to have a gun. The only thing that scares me with guns, obviously ignorance here because I don't actually know how it works in America, but like I have heard of stuff where like children have got hold of guns in the past. So that's the only bit that I think is a bit of a grey area, because okay, yeah, have a gun to protect yourself, but then how do you protect it from your children? Oh, but then if you lock it away to keep it safe from your children, then what if an intruder comes in and your gun's like locked away upstairs and then, do you know what I mean, you don't have time to get it? But then I suppose it's better to have it than to not have it. But then, yeah, oh, right, that was such a ramble, yeah? But what I'm trying to say is, initially I'll be like, what, that don't make sense. But then if I think about it, yeah, with a fire you're in immediate danger, so you're not going to want to just wait for the fire police. I'm just making up my own words. Firefighter, you're not going to want to, you're going to want to wait for the firefighter, but obviously you're going to want to have to like protect yourself while you're there. But then I don't know, because do houses actually even come with fire extinguishers? Because in the UK the majority of houses probably don't have a fire extinguisher. Oh god, we don't have fire extinguishers. Okay, guys, if you don't realise as well that like when stuff like scares me, like I kind of spiral, so I'm gonna try and stop this spiral. So let's carry on. I'm only 17 seconds in, for God's sake.
You didn't want to build a wall and now the border is weak. Your favorite actor has a gate that's like 15 feet. Racism is gay, if you're offended, that's retarded. And tolerance is great until you speak and you're a target. If a white man paints his face black, he's a racist piece of garbage. But you put him in a dress and he's courageous and he's gorgeous. All these...
Okay, so if a white man paints his face black, he's racist. Is that what he said? But then, if a guy wears a dress, he's courageous. Why would a guy paint his face black? Me personally, yeah, I'm of the stance that if someone wants to live a certain type of way and it's not hurting anyone else, then go ahead. Because to be honest with you, life is too short to be unhappy. So yeah, I think as well, yeah, we live a lot of people live a life because a lot of people live a certain life because they're so worried about what other people are going to think. But at the end of the day, it's your life. We get one, so who cares what people think? And I just think as long as someone's happy, yeah, I just want everyone to be happy. I just want everyone to be happy.
All these double standards, man, I'm tired of the noise. Freedom's an illusion if they censor your voice. Call a dad a deadbeat for neglecting his boys, but a mom kills a baby and you call it pro-choice.
Okay. Oh, Tom. Right. I agree with what he said though. I agree with what he said about, they say like we're free, but if they're censoring your voice. And that is actually so true as well, because Joe makes me laugh. Like for example, on Instagram, yeah, like I feel like they could censor their stuff from the actual hateful stuff. Like, I know you have people that actually bully people and are horrible to people. It's like Insta doesn't really seem to block that as much. But when it was to do with the, you know, like I swear sometimes you didn't even have to put the word. You could like just put the picture and Instagram would automatically like put a message to say that this is inaccurate information. And I was just like, how do they know? But then, yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, I guess the main part that I probably don't agree with, because I am personally pro-choice, and I think like comparing a deadbeat dad to a woman that's had an abortion, like I get he's trying to say it's a double standard, but I personally think like you don't know why somebody might have an abortion, right? They could have been raped, the baby could like for example, in some cases the doctors actually recommend abortions if they're saying that like the baby won't survive or the baby has like a very serious health issue. So I feel like there's situations in that where it could be very traumatic for the woman as well to have that pregnancy. So unless I'm actually like really getting confused with what he's saying, if I'm interpreting it wrong, then let me know in the comments. But yeah, with a deadbeat dad, I mean, if your child is in the world and you're choosing to not be there and support them, then yeah, that is a deadbeat one. Like, really? Because both parents have the obligation to raise that child. That child never asked to be born. Do you know what I mean? So I mean, we can agree to disagree at the end of the day, but just because I'm reacting to Tom, I'm not just going to agree with everything he says, because one, that'd be fake, and two, like, we all have the right to our own opinion. I'm personally pro-choice, but yeah, let me go back and let me listen to the rest of what he's got to say. Oh my God, I'm only 38 seconds in, but I feel like with Tom, yeah, because everything he says is such a statement, there's like, I can't not address what he's saying.
Call a dad a deadbeat for neglecting his boys, but a mom kills a baby and you call it pro-choice. You act like you're so much better than us. Yeah, we know that. Who told you that you so special? To a new world order. Your facts ain't facts without censoring us. Yeah, we know that. Good job, you lose, here's your medal. To a new world order.
Why they hate the flag, they try to burn it to the ground. Don't do that in front of me, I'ma let off a round. Pow, scream loud, burn the city down now. Put it on the news, make them all feel proud. Look, make a system where 85% of black people fill the prison. Is it cause they black or they make bad decisions? I ain't good at math, but it seems like it's division. Or is it white privilege?
Oh my God, like, how am I ever supposed to interrupt you? I'm so sorry, Adam, I didn't mean to interrupt you. But 85% of the population that go to prison are black in America. Well, I'm guessing it's specifically in America. But then he said, or is it division? And to be honest, like, there's so much division in the world. I just feel like, why is there so much division? Because at the end of the day, we're all human. We all know how we want to be treated. But is he talking about like more of the government causing a divide? I don't know.
Bad decisions. I ain't good at math, but it seems like it's division. Or is it white privilege? I believe politicians need to be locked up. Try to take our freedoms, that's how you get shot up. Got our back against the wall, try to just stop us. More guns, more ammunition, please stock up.
Oh my God. So he's saying that's how you get shot up. So I probably feel like that's what gives like guns like a bad name, because if you think about it, yeah, if you have someone that's really angry and passionate and they have a gun, they might use it for reasons that aren't of protective reasons. Do you know what I mean? But then as well, like, I would probably not want to be a politician in America, because like, imagine, yeah, if you really F everyone off, yeah, and you're gonna have a crowd of people with guns, that ain't gonna be a good day. Half the politicians here probably should be locked up. That's probably where America and the UK are very similar, because it's always like the politicians or the people that have some power to like make things better for people. It's like, I feel like, one, everyone's corrupt. Two, they're not actually doing anything with the good intention of like the people. I just feel like they probably use half of our taxpayers' money just to have some lunch. Like, I feel like that's what it is. And this is what's really scary, actually. This is what I hate, because I just feel like when you get older and you realise just how every single part of the world is corrupt in some way, or like schools can be corrupt, the government can be corrupt, jobs corrupt, like, do you know what I mean? Like, fame's corrupt, like, it's just bloody scary.
Election gets rigged, rights get infringed. Take this syringe, frighten your kids, show up right where you live. Make me wanna grab a rifle and just go.
You act like you're so much better than us. Yeah, we know that. Who told you that you so special? To a new world order. Your facts ain't facts without censoring us. Yeah, we know that. Good job, you lose, here's your medal. To a new world order.
And every
Everyone blames white folks for every little bitty thing. We don't have no one to blame, we take responsibility. They tell you be a man, then call it toxic masculinity. Then when you act too feminine, they call it white fragility.
Did he say white vigility or something vigility? To be honest, I've never actually, I didn't even know there was a word for being too feminine. I didn't know there was a word for that. And this is the thing, yeah, I think when you've got like obviously like a massive population, and especially with social media, it's not even just the population in your country, it's the population around the world. Like you're always going to get a significant amount of people on one, like on each side, you know what I mean? So it's like regardless of what you do, can you actually ever win? Because there's not going to be 100% of people always agreeing. It's just the numbers. There's just too many numbers.
I don't understand trans man with humility. I'm just trying to raise my kid the best of my ability. If I disagree, you try to cancel, get rid of me. You cancer, you can't be the answer, you killing me.
And I hate white supremacy just as much as you.
Wait, sorry, I just want to go back because I think he said he doesn't understand. Did he say he doesn't understand trans men and he's just trying to raise his child to the best that he can be? And to be honest, my stance on stuff like that, yeah, is I personally think, yeah, it's very easy to not understand something from the outside unless you're the person actually experiencing it. And I just feel like, yeah, I don't judge anyone, yeah, because I personally think if you judge people, life will humble you really quick, because you might think, oh, I would never do that, or that would never happen to me. So then you judge people, and then guess what? It comes round, and then yeah. So like I personally, that's where I come back to saying, look, if it's going to make someone happy and it's not hurting anyone else, live your best life. Do you know what I mean? Because if I personally don't experience the same feelings that you've felt, like I can't even speak on that. I can't tell someone they don't feel that way, because how I wouldn't be able to understand it. Do you know what I mean? But he doesn't have to necessarily understand it or agree with it. Just be respectful of people at the end of the day. I just think if we give everyone just basic human respect, I mean, we've got to be winning to some degree, surely. But he did say he's trying to raise his child to the best that he can. And I think that's all we can do. If we all just try to raise a generation of polite, respectful, compassionate children, yeah, then I mean, that's got to make the world a better place. Come on, like, please? Someone?
I'm just trying to raise my kid the best of my ability. If I disagree, you try to cancel, get rid of me. You cancer, you can't be the answer, you killing me.
And I hate white supremacy just as much as you, but I ain't feeling guilty for something I didn't do. The system's killing everyone, it sucks, but it's true. They kill you, then they broadcast it and call it the news.
Or they'll brainwash you through social media feeds. And if you disagree, delete you immediately. Make America China pretty easy to see. I will always remember the land of the free.
Oh my god, I feel like I've paused this 100 times, but like everything they say, yeah, that's actually crazy, isn't it? Because like, as well, I feel like a lot of us can be pretty ignorant to what happens outside of our own country. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I remember when I was younger and I found out that like China and their internet and everything is really like heavily censored, and you just think, oh my god, what? So like, their reality is really different to everybody else that has like normal use of the internet. And what he said about being cancelled as well, if you say something someone doesn't like, you're gonna get cancelled. I just feel like with social media as well, yeah, you can choose who you follow and don't follow. If you don't like what someone's posting, what someone has to say, yeah, you don't have to be negative or anything like that. You just unfollow them. Yeah, so as I expected, there were some parts that I can agree with Tom on, there's some parts that I obviously can't, but I mean, we'd have to be robots if we like 100% agreed with what everyone had to say. Whether or not you agree with it, he's sparking a debate, a conversation. I feel like when you come across people in life, yeah, like take them with an open mind, hear what they have to say. You don't have to agree, you don't have to disagree. But I just feel like that's what the world probably needs more of. Instead of just everyone giving hate to everyone, we can like just have constructive conversations, do you know what I mean? And yeah, at the end of the day, guys, can we just all be nice, kind, compassionate, look out for each other? Because let me tell you, yeah, this world, this life is hard enough without everyone else just being unnecessarily horrible to each other. So I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and I'll see you next time for my next video.